Hey, this is Russ. Back out on the bike again. Current temperature right now is about 66 degrees, something like that. I had full intention to head out to Prospect Heights Trail today, but it's kind of windy. So I made the decision maybe it's best not to. So I'm just going to hang around the general area I usually do. But at least we get a chance to get out on the bike. That's the main thing. Alright, let's go over here on this side. We're going to go to the right. Alright, you guys know this trail. Yeah, this is probably the easiest one for me to do. And since it's really only is this the second or third time out this year? Something like that. Yeah, it's best not to go too far until you're back to used to being on the bike. Now, a couple of things I wanted to cover today. I did a lot of yard work this morning. Soil temperatures are getting to the point where putting down a pre-emergent is a good idea. And if you've never done this before, a pre-emergence basically stops the growth of certain weeds in your lawn. So I put that down today. Soil temperature, I took a soil temperature reading yesterday. It was about 50 degrees. You want to keep it under 55 degrees. If it goes 3 days past the 55 degrees or higher, then you've got some problems going on at that point. On your left. So I said this might be the time to do it. So I did that. I had to walk quite a bit. You know, you have to push that spreader, that fertilizer spreader thing, and walk back and forth up and down the lawn. So yeah, my legs are a little tired out. So with that in mind and thinking about going further, out, I said maybe not. Maybe it's better to stick around this area in case my legs cramp up or something like that. All right, let's see. Let's stay on the left-hand side here. Thank you. Thanks. All right. Now, the last time I was down here, we ran into some Russ's Right fans. You guys remember that? Yeah, he was really enthusiastic. He had a lot of comments about him from other people. They said it was fun to watch him be so excited running into Russ's Right. Yeah, I was just as excited, quite frankly. So yeah, I like seeing you guys out there. If you're out here and you see me riding around, yeah, definitely stop me and say hello. Through the tunnel. Okay, there is another thing I wanted to cover really quickly too. Spring is here essentially, and so people are starting to get out. And I've noticed too, a number of you have actually purchased your Rad power bikes using the discount code that I put in the description. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. You get $50 off. Thank you. You get $50 off on your bikes. And then Rad Power Bikes gives me a $50 referral fee as well, which is really nice. But let me tell you, so far, so many of you have actually purchased your bikes. I got notices from Rad that there's a bunch of money coming through for me. So, oh man, I never thought we'd get that many. I mean, I've gotten referral money from them in the past, from you kind folks buying your bikes using my discount code. I always have discount code for RAD in the descriptions of my videos. Now, it's not an actual code number you'll see. You'll see a website, and if you go to that website, that is Rad Power Bike's website. That's their ordering page. And what you'll see is once you're there, it'll apply the $50 discount for you when you order from that link, essentially. Okay. So many of you have actually purchased so far. I'm about halfway through to the point of actually being able to buy another bike. If I can get at least 12 more of you guys to order your Rad Power Bikes through that discount code, I'll have enough to actually purchase one of the new bikes that Rad is offering. It's a foldable bike. Yeah, I did a video on that. I'll put a link up there for you. So here's my intention to do. If we get all the people buying their bikes using that link, which of course will then of course give me enough to be able to get another bike, I'm going to get a foldable bike. And my intention is to be able to put that into my wife's SUV. I'm going to give her the bike, okay? And so she'll be able to ride along with me when I'm not doing videos, because I'm sure she doesn't want to be on video. Hello. And so it gives us something to do, but also I'm going to borrow that bike on the days that I might be able to go off on my own and maybe be able to go to some other areas that I haven't ridden in before. Now, I don't know how much she's going to get into biking. If she's, I don't think she's as enthusiastic as I am about it, of course, but if I can borrow her bike, borrow her car, if it fits inside her SUV, I'm hoping it does, but not really sure if it will or it won't. Then we might be able to go to areas that we've never tried before, and that, of course, comes back to the channel. Gives it all back to the channel so you guys can see different areas in the Chicago area that we haven't ridden. So again, thank you to all you guys who've ordered your bikes through my link there. Like I said, if I can get 12 more of you guys to do it, then I'll be able to get the bike. Technically, it'll be her bike, but yeah, we're gonna borrow that thing. Now, for me, more often than not, I'll be riding my RadRover. But if we need to go some distance farther than I can ride to get to a certain trail, I'm going to borrow her bike. Now, the only thing is that that's a little bit of a downer is that, you know, I had replaced my Rad bike batteries with these triangle batteries, and that bike, of course, is not set up for these batteries. So if I want even further distance, I'm going to need another Rad battery, or I'm going to have to convert her bike too. I don't think I'm going to convert her bike. I think if we get to that point where I find that I don't have enough battery power to go where I need to go, I think at that point I'm going to have to buy another Rad battery. Now, the Rad batteries are not inexpensive at all, but they are good quality cells. I think they use Samsung cells. I think they're $599, something like that. But the last time I checked, the $599 does not include another battery charger, and you're probably going to want two battery chargers because you want to charge both batteries at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until one is done charging and then put the battery charger onto the other battery, and that just prolongs the charging time, of course. So you want a second battery charger. I think that's like $39, and then the shipping, I believe, was like $60 to ship the battery. The reason these batteries are so expensive to ship, it's because it's considered hazardous materials. It's lithium ion. I mean, these things could catch fire, so they have to declare it, and shipping carriers will charge them more because of that. And of course, they're going to charge you for it as well. So realistically, to get a second Rad battery, a brand new second Rad battery, would cost close to about $700. So, all right, we gotta go up this hill. So you know what we gotta do? We gotta speed up. So I'm throttling hard. I'm pedaling hard. You can see we're going from 20 miles an hour. We're dropping. We're down to 15, 14, 13. Yeah, this is a hard hill to get up all the time. 11 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour. Okay, we're over the top. Now, I usually leave my pedal assist at about 3 out of the 5. That's my normal pedaling speed for me. And that usually gets me about 15 or so miles an hour, which is plenty fast for, you know, this type of bike trail. And then my gears are usually set for number 6 or number 7 most often. Now you'll see me throttling every now and then. You can see it here on my thumb, on my right thumb. And when I'm throttling, a lot of times I'm pedaling and throttling at the same time. I've mentioned this time and time again. I just don't want people thinking that I'm not pedaling, because I am pedaling. But again, today my legs are kind of tired out. You know, if you're kind of forced to walk a bunch and you haven't walked in a while, of course with my bad knees, yeah, it kind of tires you out a little bit. So I might be throttling a little bit more than usual in comparison to pedaling and throttling. Now, temperature is pretty decent. What's the time right now? It's about 1:08 in the afternoon. They said that the high today could get as high as 71 degrees. But again, you know, you have the wind blowing up against you, so even if it's 71, it feels a little bit chillier than that. But I'm just wearing a sweatshirt, long pants, and of course my safety vest. That's it. I'm not wearing my winter jackets or anything like that.
Yes, you just got it there.
So today is a Wednesday as I'm recording this. And the last time I tried going on the trail here, going through the 3-mile path there, it was a weekend. And weekends are always tough. There's a lot of people. I really don't have a lot of fun doing that. So I didn't go during the weekend, because even so, Sunday wasn't so bad of a temperature, but I just didn't want to deal with the amount of people that are usually on the path. All right, so I'll pick us back up after we cross the thing here. So this gentleman I ran into, he has a road bike, it looks like, or some type of trail bike or something, but it was a really thin tires with really lightweight looking bike frame. You know, in comparison to this RadRover, that thing looked like really small. Of course, he was very thin too, so I'm a big guy on a big bike. All right, we're gonna follow him, because the last time I went down the long way, you know, that wasn't too good, because they closed the path, and so we had to go around it and everything. That's not fun. So this is the shortcut. So obviously he's heading the same way as I am. He's got a head start on me because he went through the light. I don't do that. I go through stop signs, as you know. But I only do that when there's no cars or anything like that around. I've been trying to get better with that, and this year I'm going to try to be better with it. It's just that, you know, when you have to stop, total stop that is, as you're supposed to, it's hard to get started back up on these big bikes. So the best I'll do is I'll do a slow down, And if there's nobody around, I'll continue on. So. Well, having him there gives us somebody to look at. I may eventually pass him though. And he knows I would do it. This is always a tough one to cross because the cars are going really fast. Thank you guys. Okay, both of those riders moved to the side for me to let me go past because they know I'm going to blast through them. So I appreciate that. All right, so we're on 7th gear, pedal assist level 3, kind of coasting right now. Yeah, for short-term bursts, I find it faster to just throttle and pedal at the same time rather than changing your pedal assist levels. So this is where some of the controlled burn actually happened. So you see everything to my right is kind of darkened out. So they burn off the extra stuff. Now, yeah, I figured they had to kind of do that because, you know, all this other stuff that's from last year, you have to get rid of it somehow for the new growth to come in. I just always kind of thought that once you burn it off, then it doesn't that totally kill the plants off, but apparently not. So yeah, people are still out on the path. A lot of walkers usually. You also get some bike riders every now and then. Now I know that some people have changed their chain rings, which is the things by your pedals. They've changed the chain ring so that they can actually get a little bit more out of the pedaling. You know, even at 7th gear, if I pedal too much, yeah, you go around in a circle way too fast. So sometimes changing it to a higher amount of teeth gives you a little more ability to ride a little bit faster and keep your legs pedaling well. For me, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I don't have that much leg strength as it is, and with my total knee replacement done on the left knee, you know, I still have issues, but it is a lot better this year compared to last year. You know, when I first bought this bike last year, I see some deer kind of hiding in the brush there or something. When I first got this bike, I still had problems with my knee, and it really helped that out as far as rehabbing my knee replacement. So now I'm a little bit stronger. Wind is kicking up pretty good. I can't even hear myself talk. Now that I'm a little bit stronger in my legs, I should be able to do better in the rides. But admittedly, I haven't done a whole lot of exercising during the winter months. I should have. I said I was gonna, never did it. That was probably a big mistake. Had I done the exercises, had I done my recumbent bike, I'm sure I'd be pedaling a lot better today. Yeah, it's definitely very windy. I think when I looked at the weather report on my phone, it showed about 13 or 14 miles per hour winds. Now, typically you might not feel that's a big deal when you're walking, but when you're riding up against it, or if it's blowing to the side, you can feel it. I think when we get to a certain point, I'm going to pull over. I'm going to show you what my bike looks like, because some changes were done to it, so I should probably at least show you. Not major changes. I mean, it's the same stuff, but I did certain things to it. I'm going to show you. Heavy traffic. All right, so where are we for mileage here? We're at 2,653 miles. I don't remember what we started out at. Now, just going around this circular path is 3 miles. So depending on how often I go around it, we can pretty much figure out how much mileage we'll do. And I think it's like might be like another 5 or so miles on the other part of the path. 4 or 5, something like that. Okay, this will be tough here. Thank you. All right. So that gentleman went the other way, and I went down the other way. So I'm sure we'll run into him again, because we're going opposite directions. Now, obviously, I'm going a lot faster than he is. I'm hitting 22 miles an hour right now. I don't think he's going to be able to go that fast. And based on where I'm running into him at, I've gone through more of this path than he has already. We'll run into him again. So I think what I'll do is I'll go around this thing at least 3 times. I'm not sure if I'll keep you guys on that entire time, but okay, we may not run into him right away. I'm gonna pull off a little bit, show you my bike. That's what I said. A couple of you guys have asked me about my equipment that I'm using to make these videos. I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys want to make some videos of your own. That's fine too. And a lot of times people are asking me about my audio. Because if you've ever tried to make a video with just a camera's microphone, the wind will be so loud on your videos that you're not going to enjoy it. So how am I able to keep it off? Well, I use a lavalier microphone. It's made by Shure, and it's got a little windscreen on it, and that windscreen seems to knock out a lot of the noise. As far as the wind noise, that is. Alright, I was going to pull off over there, but there are people there. Let me see if there's another area I can go to. I don't want to be where other people are at. And then I use a digital audio recorder by Zoom. It's called the H4n. I think the current versions are called the H4n Pro. And then, so the audio is recorded separately from the video. Then the microphone of the GoPro is picking up my voice. And then that audio signal is then synchronized to the audio signal that we get from the digital audio recorder. And that's all done through software. So when I do my editing, I use Final Cut Pro, which is the Apple software, and I highlight the two, hit synchronize, and it synchronizes my audio to the video. Now, if I didn't have any type of audio being recorded on the GoPro, it wouldn't be able to do that automatically, that is. So it's relatively easy to do, but I guess you do need to know how to do it in order to do it right. Alright, there's no openings, there's just too many cars here. Alright, so I'm going to have to find another area. Alright, I'll show you the bike in a bit. Let's go back out this way. I know that there's another park bench a little bit further up, and a lot of times people don't go to that one because I don't think they even know it's there. We'll go there, then I'll show you my bike. Now, going through this path last year, we've run into deer and all sorts of other animals, and that's always fun when that happens. But the deer, of course, come out early in the morning, and we're not in the morning. But maybe later in the year we'll run into them again. All right, let's cut through here. Let's see this buddy or not here. Little squishy. This is why sometimes having those treads on the tire makes it a little bit easier. If it was just strictly a street type tire, it's not as much capable. All right, let me get off the bike. All right, to do this, I gotta take the audio recorder with me here somehow. Hold up, I'll be there. Alright, let me take the audio recorder out of here. You can see all the stuff I gotta carry in order to do all this. This is the audio recorder. So yeah, here's the bike. So you can see I'm hoping the camera's picking up. I've got two lights going on. I've got the light that comes with the Rad Power Bike, and then I've got that flashing light. You can see how much brighter that flashing one is. I don't know if it comes out on the video. And the EBike bike lock is now sitting over here. And the reason I liked it here is because if this thing opens up and falls, it just falls into the basket. All right. This is just for me to keep storage of keys and odds and ends that I have with me. This is for my digital audio recorder. Of course, people have asked me about this before too. This is the water bottle. This is just zip tied, so I have a regular water bottle holder. If you can see it there, I just zip tie it to this and keep it to the side, and it works out fine. Okay. What else has changed here? Oh, the rack. I changed the rack. Essentially it's the same rack, but it's an actual black rack. Before I had an orange one that I painted, and of course it never looked quite right. It never matched the colors right. So I just ordered another one. This is the light. The external light that I bought has one of these flashing ones. This is just strapped on. This is what comes with the bike, of course. So I have two things flashing. And of course when you hit the brakes, then it comes solid. So you can see the battery on the bike. That's permanently attached to the bike for the season. And if you look close, it's zip tied as well as Velcroed, because zip ties will go through the holes. Now, is that secure enough? No, somebody can cut it. But if a thief comes by, just a random thief comes by and says, hey, that's a cool bike, battery, I'm going to try to steal it. He's not going to be able to get that unless he has tools with him to do it. So at least it stops one type of person. If it's just Velcro, of course, you don't have any security at all. So that's the bike as it sits at this point. Everything on the top is the same. I still have my my Bluetooth speaker here, which I don't play a whole lot, quite frankly, because I'm usually talking on these videos. And then my cell phone holder is here. So, oh, people have asked me about this too. Yeah, that is pepper spray. Somebody asked me, why do you need pepper spray? And I said, well, it is Chicago, you know. So yeah, you gotta be aware that sometimes you might need stuff like that. Never ever had to use it, but good to know that I have something at least. All right, let's get back on the bike. Okay, let's head back. I think the best way to do it is probably going back the same way I came in. All right, so there you go. Quick tour of the bike. Well, we'll go at least through the circle at least once here, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. Yeah, so overall, I appreciate you guys buying your bikes using my referral link. Like I said, if I can get at least 12 more of you guys to get one, then I'll be able to get another bike. We can take ourselves to further places. So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.